I hate that now if I say, do you know about cuties? People are always like, yeah, aren't they little tangerines? Bitch, get the fuck out of here.
Do you have many conversations where you ask people if they know about cuties?
No, probably not.
Do you think so?
This is not all real. Some of it is show business. The cutest, ultra tiny individuals on Earth. Cuties. Hello, Champagne Dreamers. Welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, I don't know how you found me, but hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you stick around. My name is Janessa, and I am North Dakota's trash queen of glam, geek, and gore. And for today's video, we are starting the first in what's going to be a very expansive series on vintage toys and adult collector toys. I love toys. I never grew up. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. And so I'm super excited to share some of my favorite toy collections with you, starting with this video, which is Cuties. If you want to know all about the Cuties, how they originated, the boys' toy line that they're related to, and everything else I can share with you about Cuties, then stick around because we're getting into it right now. So let's talk about Mattel's Cuties. So before we can talk about Cuties, we have to talk about muscles, or millions of unusual small creatures lurking everywhere. So the Muscles was a line of toys from Mattel from 1985 to 1988. They came from Japan. It started in Japan and then made its way over here. And it basically started with wrestlers. So some of them were based loosely on real wrestlers and some of them were just made-up wrestlers. And then there was also kind of more alien, creepy kinds of things. But basically they were little, about 2-inch figures in this sort of weird flesh tone color. So this is not an original Muscle. This is not from the 80s. This is a newer thing that we're going to talk about in a little bit. But Muscles were these little figures, and they took off, and they were huge, and Muscles have continued to this day. This is actually a He-Man Masters of the Universe set that came out in 2017. I snagged it because it's got the Sorceress, who I love from the He-Man series, so I picked these up at a local game shop. But Muscles have continued to this day. But in 1986, Mattel was like, hey, we've got this boys' toy line that's doing gangbusters for us. Why not make a girl version? And that's where Cuties came from. A cutie is the cutest, ultra tiny individuals on Earth. That's where Cutie comes from. And they are, again, little small plastic figures, but these came in about 5 different, very bright, very vivid colors. And they were all representing different kinds of women. There were different themes. You could buy the Cuties in packs of 4 or 10, which is very similar to the Muscles. The Muscles you could also buy in a pack of 28, but with the Cuties, it was 4 or 10, and there were 5 different themes. Now, the 4 packs were randomly assorted. You could get some from different themes, all kind of mixed together. And in those packs, the colors were a little bit more random. So you could find all of the different styles in different colors. And then in the boxes of 10, you got all 10 of the characters from that theme, and you got 2 of each of the colors. So there was a yellow, an orange, a kind of coral light pink, a magenta fuchsia pink, and a purple. This is what one of the packages of 4 look like. And you can see we've got a range of different colors. We've got the coral pink, the hot pink, the purple, and the orange. The other color that you could get randomly was yellow. The 5 themes that they had were Tiny Trendies, Lovey-Doveys, Rockety Rollers, Jim Dollies, and Bitsy Babies. Now, I'm not sure why. Most of the Cuties were adult or teenage. They were kind of fully grown people, and they were about this size. They were all a similar sort of look. They all had a similar kind of proportion. And then the Bitsy Babies came in, and they were much rounder and chunkier, and they were just doing little weird baby things. A lot of them were kind of napping, And it was just an odd mix. If you look at the other 4 themes of the Cuties, they all look like they go together. They all look like they're part of the same toy line. This, however, it looks like it's very different. I'm not sure where that decision was made. I'm going to do a little bit of research to try to find more information about these, but what I could find is mostly just fan sites. I couldn't find a lot of information about the Cuties themselves that had to do with production. So again, this is the set of 4 that you can see is all mixed up together. And if you wanted the full Cutie experience for that theme, you could get a pack of 10. So this was the pack of 10, and then you would get the whole theme. So this is the Gym Dollies. These are the Rockety Rollers, the Lovey Doveys, and my favorite set, the Tiny Trendies. So as you can see, I found these on eBay. Some of the boxes are not in the best condition. Most of these boxes have been opened, and in a couple of them you probably saw, I can maybe show a close-up, where somebody took white out and actually wrote their names inside, because each of the figures has its own name. The 4 packs didn't include any additional information about names or what sets the figures came from. They were completely randomized. The back was simply an offer to order a Cutie collector poster where you could check off all of the different styles that you received in your randomized assortments. But if you bought the 10 pack, you would get the full theme, and you can see all 5 of the themes listed here. And then over here, they give you the names. So they're numbered in this little cartoon, and then you can match them up to their name, and then you can match them up to the figures. If you bought the 10 pack, you found out what their names were, and they're kind of cool. I mean, they're a little bit cheesy 80s. This is the Tiny Trendy box, and their names are Debbie Deb, Real E Cool, Too Hip, Trendy Wendy, Gotta Bop, Fashina, Ranny Rad, Modesty, probably you little Christian girls who need a Tiny Trendy, Amy Awesome, and Be Cool. Now I did see an article where somebody was talking about Be Cool, which is this figure right here, and they were saying that it's actually a boy figure. Now in this cartoon, the character is clearly shown wearing heels. Let's go ahead and grab it out of the package. But the figure itself is wearing little flat shoes that look like they could be loafers. And they've got little like cuffed up pants, and they don't have obvious breasts, but the roll of the body could be a more feminine shape. It could very much be a masculine shape. It could be a male body. It could be female. Maybe we actually have some really early non-binary representation. I've decided to just make my own headcanon about the Cuties, and I've decided that Be Cool is a non-binary icon. So now we're going to go ahead and show you some close-ups of all of the Cuties from the 4 lines that I have the full lineup of. I don't have the Bitsy Babies. I don't really care. I think the babies are weird. I'll give you a close-up of the one that I have, but that's never been one that I've wanted to add to my collection, that particular theme. There's something about it, I just don't like the little round, chunky baby ones. So I'll show you the one I have, but this is gonna be the 4 themes that I really think are very cool.
She was in love with a boy, in love with a girl, so in love with the world, so beautiful. She was in love with the night, the way the sun shines. All she needed was light to have to hold, and nobody could make her feel down. She was always smiling from ear to ear, and everybody wondered around, will she ever know the feeling of tears? All she said to them was live your life just like you're young again. No, don't you cry, just get back up again. 'Cause if you want a life, then live it better. If you want love, then stay together. If you want to smile, then be forever. Curious kind, to hate she was blind, always love on her mind, just come on me. She couldn't quite figure out what fear's all about, so she put it aside all night, all day, and everybody
cuties minus the Bitsy babies. I only had the one Bitsy baby to show you, but I think they're very cool. And one thing that I thought was really cool as I was going through the Jim Dollies is for the 80s, which was a wild time. I mean, diet culture has been a problem for a long time, but the 80s was really wild. Anybody remember Dexatrim? It was basically street legal speed. And so I love that the Jim Dollies show women of all different shapes and sizes. There was a range of body sizes. There were some with little tiny waist, big busts, and big hips. There were ones that were kind of a little bit thicker all over. There were ones that were skinny all over. There were some with skinny with big boobs, but little butts. It was just kind of a nice range of body types. It was like all these different kinds of ways that you could be somebody who is healthy and athletic. It was a very not 80s portrayal of women's health and fitness. So I actually think that's really cool. I think that the Jim Dollies give some nice representation. Be Cool gave us a little non-binary moment that we're still trying to figure out to this day. So I love them. I think they're a lot of fun. And so when I was repurchasing these, none of these are from my original collection. I was hoping to find ones that I had had as a kid, but my mom, dear Mama Champagne, had cleared them out a long time ago. So when I was buying the packs, I found some of my favorites. Holly Woodstar was absolutely a favorite. I remember her. Terry Cloth, where she's in the towel with her tits hanging out and she's covering them up. Very saucy for the 80s. I loved Marry Me, which was the little bride, so I have a little extra one of the little bride in this coral pink. So I was excited to take a trip down the memory lane and pick up some of these cuties. I loved them when I was a kid. Now I did have a bunch of the muscles as well, but I wasn't into wrestling, so they weren't really doing anything that I was interested in. There were some that were more creature-like. I remember there was one that was basically like a big hand covered in eyeballs. I liked that because I liked creepy stuff. But I didn't really care as much about the wrestlers. So I liked the ones that were more creaturey, but then I mostly stuck to the cuties. So I would love to know down below if you remember cuties, these cuties, not the oranges, but if you remember, let me know down below what some of your favorites are. That is it for the video. This is a little bit shorter one. I know when we get to Golden Girl, we're gonna go much more in depth. There's gonna be several videos in that. We're gonna do a video on She-Ra. We're going to do a video on Masters of the Universe Classics, some of the She-Ra characters that have been released through there. We'll probably do some vintage Barbie stuff as well. So I collect a lot of toys and fun stuff. I was a little closeted queer kid, and I had a lot of female action figures and things, but there were a lot of toys that I never really got to play with and really got to enjoy because of all the gender programming shit as a kid and in the 80s. So now, as an adult, I have my own discretionary income, and I've been buying the childhood that I would have loved. So I hope you're excited for this toy video series. Let me know down below if there's any other specific toys you'd like me to talk about, maybe do some research on. Even if they're not ones that I collected, maybe we'll add some stuff in a video at some point in the future, but let me know down below. While you're down there, don't forget to give me that thumbs up. Let me know if you think plastic is fantastic and you think these cuties are adorable, or if you are offended because you just love those bitsy babies and I was rude to your bitsy babies. Then go ahead and give me that thumbs down. You know what? It's all engagement. The algorithm isn't a picky bitch, and neither am I. While you're down there, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you'll be notified of all future uploads. I try really hard to get at least one video out a week, and sometimes, if you're very lucky, you might even get a bonus video. Ooh, small. If you'd like to chat, banter, or commiserate between uploads, all of my social media will be linked down in the box below, including a link to my website, The World of Champagne at JanessaJ.com. Thank you so much for watching. I love and appreciate all of you. I think all of you are cuties. And until I see you again, bye. Oh, pretty girl.
I am letting you know I did hit record already, so you'll have all of these to edit into your film. Your film! The grand film you're going to make.
All right.
All right, y'all!
All right. Or millions of unusual... Fuck. Or millions of small creatures lurking everywhere. Or millions of small creatures. No, unusual small creatures. I was like,
are they going up? UV?
Mossels.
The mosses?
The mossels. And I've decided that be cool is a non-binary.
Non-binary?
Small.
No.
It's a
I know you're trying to get dumb. That one was even, like, dumber than most.
Just shush.
Should I shut my whore mouth?
Shut your whore mouth.